So let's go ahead and get started. Alright. We will. I have something to pass out to you in a moment. I do have something for you to take notes on. But we're not going to start. We're not going to do the notes part yet. We're actually going to start with something a little bit more enjoyable. And then we will end with this. Which will probably lead you all to the picture of the trash.
I'm watching Blues.
You can just leave it out. You don't need to put it away. But we probably won't get to it for a little while, so just leave it out.
Oh, got it.
What, give it to you? I can't give it back yet because I still have a couple people to take it.
Oh, we still have to take it?
Huh?
We still have to take it?
Yeah, they haven't taken it yet.
Arguing about which kid's TV show is better. Barney or Blues? That's what I said. Barney.
Alright.
Dora's my gal. What? Barney. I love Dora. Barney or
We're going to get started on this in just a minute, but we're going to hold off for right now. It's going to kind of come back and talk about some of the things that we were doing yesterday. But I want to get started on this slightly more enjoyable aspect. I just need to punch in though.
Hi, Barney. No, hold on, I got a question. Trash can.
Okay, here we go. So we're going to play a little game. Actually, we're going to play two. It's going to help us figure out exactly what your knowledge of adverbs and adjectives are. I wanted to know whether or not you can tell the difference in an adjective or an adverb. So these are the rules of the game. You're going to have a trash can, a giant trash can on the screen. There are also go ahead. There are also going to be a large group of words. Some of them are going to be adverbs. Some of them are going to be adjectives. Your job is going to be to move whichever one it asks you for into the trash can. So if it says that you need to trash the adverbs, you need to move all the adverbs on the screen into the trash can. If it says you need to trash the adjectives, you need to move all the adjectives on the screen into the trash can. So some of you may be wondering, well, I don't necessarily remember what an adverb is. Well, that's okay. We're going to talk about it in 2 seconds. But we should remember what an adjective is because we just talked about it yesterday. We just watched a video on adjectives yesterday. We just talked about an adjective yesterday. So what do adjectives do? Adjectives do what? Mia?
They describe a noun.
They describe a noun. Correct. Adverbs can modify a verb, an adjective, another adverb, a phrase, or a clause. So they can do a lot of things. An adverb indicates manner, time, place, cause, or degree, and answers the questions how, when, where, and to what extent, or how much. Okay? So that's an adverb. What's the other clue that we can use to finding most adverbs? Not all, but most adverbs. There's another clue that we can use to help us find most adverbs. No? Lauren? They end in ly. Most adverbs end in ly. Not all of them, but most. So, we're just going to find some adverbs. Alright, that's what we're trashing first, adverbs. Trash. Trash the adverbs. Trash the adverbs. So we need to move. Stay up there. You stay there. We need to move adverbs. Who's moving adverbs? Mia. Just one. Move one.
Oh, I thought you did all of them. No, you put it on the other small one.
No, you put it in the big one.
I was just trying to.
Just it'll go. Just wait.
Wait for it.
It's really glitchy. There we go. That one was good. Jack, go. What word did you get? Yesterday. Let it go. Correct. Now, if you grab the wrong one, it won't go away. It'll stay on the screen. So if you grab the wrong one, if you grab one that is not actually an adverb, it'll stay on the screen. Like. No, I won't get it.
Oh, you just made it.
What word did you have, Lexi?
Very.
Very. Brandon, go grab one. Quickly. Lauren. Rarely. Aditi. Suddenly. Emily. What did you have? Many. Justin. Is it still there?
Yeah.
Ooh, guess that wasn't an adverb. Just because it made the noise, that's fine, but it didn't disappear off the screen, it's still there, which means it is not an adverb.
Oh,
Wildly. Wildly is gone. Kendall. Right on. Because. Oh, adverb. Molly. Tomorrow. Yeah, Connor. Accidentally is purposefully gone. Grant.
Really loud. I have one of those in my house.
What did you have? Slowly. Eden. How many more do we have? There is at least one up there. I know there's at least one.
It's the trash can. I think it's the trash. Is that one here?
Because we're using adjective, like it's
No trash. You just dump it.
no. Dump in the trash.
Wrong. Stop.
You push it all the way in the trash.
It's trash, you know. They're not trash.
Substantial is not an adverb. There is still one up there, Lindsay.
Yeah, there was two on the screen. Yeah.
No, I know, but neither one of them. There's when if it doesn't go away, if you double it, it's still not one. Like it's not.
Wrong.
Inside is not an adverb. Esther. I'm not telling you. You gotta try to find out. Sometimes.
Got it right.
Alright, there's still one more up there. One more. Check. Cheers is not a diminutive. Tyler. Light is an adjective, not an adverb. Connor.
There's it up there.
So?
I have it up there.
Oh, yeah. You won't get it.
Yeah, you guys.
Well, across, no, Alia, go and try and find it out.
I think I know it now. I know it.
You know what?
I know it this time.
Ah. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Let's find out.
Come on, Jessica. TNT.
No, it's not you. All right, hands down. I'm gonna tell you which one it is.
I want to do it. Can I? It probably is. Oh.
Hands down.
Oh.
Hands down. For those of you who know me, there are two things that drive me crazy in the entire world when it comes to grammar. There are two things that people say wrong all the time, and it drives me absolutely nuts.
I know one.
One of them is when someone asks, "Can I do something?" May I do something? You're asking for permission, so you should use may. The other one is when someone asks, "How are you today?" And you say, "I am good." Good is an adjective that modifies a noun. So saying you are good means that you are saying that you are a really good person. That's not what you're saying. You're saying that you are doing well because well is an adverb. The last one left was well. So, alright. Oh, now we gotta trash the adjectives. So go trash an adjective.
She just went. It's her third time. Am I not up there?
Yeah.
No, that's her third time. Jessica. I was counting. No.
Light. Nicely done. Alia, go grab one. Jada, go grab one. No. You're going to give me a bunch of business about getting somebody to go on somebody else's place. You're going to go now.
All kinds of
Business, I'm going to What did you have?
Wildly, that was wrong.
Wildly was incorrect. Justin, go grab one.
Who's gonna keep my hands up? There's two accidentally.
A bucket. Lauren.
That's great to know.
If it's L-Y, it's an adverb. What one did you have, Lauren?
Many.
Many. Aditi, go grab one. What one did you have, Aditi? Empty. Emma Jack.
Yeah!
Emma M. The Jack.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on, I think I got better at that.
Slowly is an adverb, and S-A-L-Y. And one here. Across. Skylar, go grab one. Inside. Inside. Mia. What did you get? Yesterday is an adverb. It's actually on the board a couple times. Whenever you see one on the board that's repeated, it's probably an adverb.
What? Don't take the part.
Rick.
Yesterday. I didn't.
Brandon. Few. Nice, John. Knowledge.
Yeah.
Another one did you have?
I had cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Looking.
I didn't know yesterday was repeated. I don't think
I think there's one left.
Is there? I know it is.
One.
Oh,
yeah.
I see it. Come on, Allie. Don't fail, Allie. That's me. That's mine. Show us up.
Adverb ends in L-Y.
It's being sarcastic.
Ends in L-Y.
Yeah, you're gonna call. No, I'm not.
Substantial. I think that's all.
Is it? Yeah.
What else do you think? Sometimes?
Okay. No, that's not.
No, sometimes it's an adverb. Because it's an adjective. Anything else? Very is an adverb. Well is an adverb. Okay, next one.
Oh, these are fun. Hey, I don't know. You said there were 2 games. Mammoth. No. Different types of games.
Stop. Well, not a
A what? What?
Okay, we have adjectives or adverbs. You need to sort them into the correct categories. Sort them into the correct categories. Justin, go grab one. Yeah, there are some other ones. They are. This time, I need to know the required in the room so that you can tell me which one you're taking. Which one you're taking, mammoth?
What?
Is an adjective. Justin, pick somebody else to go.
Hey, you're a mammoth. No. What? You're constantly a big boy. It's just kind of go into a pattern.
That's the blanket of embarrassment. Brandon, who are you picking? Scrawny. Adjective. Quickly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like 4,000.
Oh my goodness. What one was it?
What
it?
You didn't move
It
fast.
moved. It
Emily,
moved.
yeah.
Mysteriously
Yes.
is an adverb. Emily,
I'm
pick
gonna
somebody.
go. Pick a bowl. I said pick a bowl. I can't really say nice. Just because you're
Oh my goodness.
You should have called me just a very good little I found it. This
Guys, I can't hear what words they're picking. I don't know what words they're picking, and neither do you. Because everybody's just talking too much. What was it, Jessica?
Frantically?
Frantically, thank you. Pick somebody.
Oh, like. So nice.
I like how at the very beginning the girls are like, oh, we're just gonna go all the way. Quiet, please.
Over your
Let's go.
I know I'm not.
Lexi, what word do you have?
Definitely.
Defiantly.
Oh, whatever.
Lexi, pick somebody. No. Can't pick yourself. Connor, what word did you have? Grotesque. Connor, pick somebody. Vivacious? Pick another word for like really attractive.
What? That's super good.
Quiet, please.
That's for your mom, Ollie. That was more.
Mortality.
Hey. Mort.
No,
Emily.
Wait,
Okay.
already.
No.
Emily, pick somebody. I know. You could go pick somebody. Go pick somebody to go.
I know what you're gonna pick. What does that say?
Why not? What? I'm sorry. What word did you have? Vivacious.
Thank you. No.
Obnoxious. That sounds like a pretty fitting word right now. And what's that word we're gonna stop?
I knew it.
Okay. Now it's time to get out the little study guide thing I gave you because we're gonna get started on that. Did you guys get study guide? Guys, I don't know what's with all the complaining and talking. You can save all of your complaining and talking for tomorrow when you're at home and away from me, because I don't want to hear it.
Well, I thought you just said when you come home. What? I learned Spanish. I thought
If you guys come home with me, I'm selling you all on eBay. I will. I don't.
The guy you sell for a pretty high price. You sell for $1. Really wants someone.
I don't know a whole lot to it. I don't know a whole lot to it. Alright. Here we go. Important notes. A little bit of this is a review from yesterday. So you should write these down so you have them in your notes. A phrase that modifies a noun or a pronoun. You don't have to push it so hard.
Hey, Mr. Bittner,
A phrase that modifies a noun or a pronoun is called an adjective phrase. So on your notes, this is what you should be filling in. The first place where there's blanks. A phrase that modifies a noun or a pronoun is an adjective phrase. An adjective phrase tells what kind or which one. It always answers one of those two questions. Which kind or which one? So we have an example here. What do you think influences the changes in hairstyle?
What?
This is an example. What do you think influences the changes in hairstyle? The adjective phrase modifies the noun changes. So we've identified our noun changes. What is the adjective phrase? What phrase modifies changes? What phrase answers the question, what kind or which one? So if I were to ask, what kind of changes, you would tell me what? Esther,
Hairstyle.
add more to it. Can you grab me a phrase?
Then, ponytail. The.
In hairstyles is your adjective phrase. It is a phrase, it's more than one word together, that modifies this word here, changes. It's an adjective phrase. One of the ways that you can tell that this is an adjective phrase, that this is a phrase. Yes, Laura, you have a question? Changes is, it's a thing, it's a noun. Changes is a noun. Because it influences changes. It's a thing in this case. It could be a verb in some cases, but in this case it is a verb. It is a noun. One of the ways that you can tell that this is the phrase that's on the end of the sentence is if I were to do this. Does that still make sense? Does the rest of that sentence still make sense? What do you think influences the changes? Yeah, it still makes sense. It's not very specific. Then I may ask you the changes in what? And you would say in hairstyle. So if you can delete part of a sentence and the rest of it still makes sense, that part you just deleted might be a phrase. So in this case, in hairstyles is a phrase that modifies changes. Okay? Alright, moving on. Alright, ignore this word up here. It's not on yours, so just ignore it. It was on my copy. Okay. A phrase that modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb is called an adverb phrase. Remember, adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. So an adverb phrase does the exact same thing. It modifies a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. Okay? So you have to make sure that it's doing that. Yeah. An adverb phrase tells how, when, where, why, or to what extent. To what extent would mean how long, or how much, or how often. So to what extent. So we have our example. In our example, why do you think some hairstyles remain popular for only a short time? Our hint here tells us that the adverb phrase modifies the adjective popular. So what is the adverb phrase? The adverb phrase is going to answer the question, to what extent? So what is the adverb phrase? What phrase, what set of words modifies popular? Jack? For only a short time, correct. For only a short time modifies popular. It tells you how long it's popular. It's not popular very long, it's only popular for a short time. Once again, if I were to scribble this out, does the rest of the sentence make sense?
Yes.
Why do you think some hairstyles remain popular?
Yes.
Does that make sense? Yeah. It's a good question. But we've added some something, if we have added something to make it clear as to what we're talking about. So by adding that, we have added an adverb phrase. And we know it's an adverb phrase. Why? Why do we know this is an adverb phrase? Vanilla?
Because it actually has like an adjective and then the verb.
Okay, it has a. Wow, what? How do we know this is an adverb phrase? It tells us how extent, and it's modifying an adjective. Popular is an adjective, so it's modifying an adjective. So this is an adverb phrase. Okay? Alright, so I have some practice for you.
Good.
Okay. We're going to do 5 in just a second. This is our example. This should kind of help us walk through. It says, in each of the following sentences, circle the word or words that the underlined prepositional phrase modifies. So they're going to tell you what the phrase is. Okay? They're going to tell you what the phrase is. Or is it written on there? Or did I try to put them on? Are they underlined? Yeah, they're underlined. Then identify the phrase by writing above it adjective or for our ADG or ADJ for an adjective phrase or ADV for an adverb phrase. So in our example here, throughout the night is the phrase, and what word is it modifying in your example? Mia? Drift. And throughout the night is what? What kind of phrase is it? Adverb. Why is it an adverb phrase, Lindsay? Correct. It modifies drift, and drift is a verb. Are there any other phrases in this sentence that it has underlined for you? No? I can tell you that there is actually another one. Into the bucket, which also modifies drift. That is also okay. I want you guys to work on 1 through 5. When you're finished with 1 through 5, we will discuss them. So, short 1 through 5. You are trying to find. It gives you the phrase. The phrase is underlined, and you need to identify what word it is modifying, and then label it as what type of phrase it is. Just come right up. All right, let's go ahead and start. So what was our prepositional phrase in number 1? At soccer. And what does it modify, Kendall? Good, correct. So what kind of premise or what kind of phrase is it? Is it an adjective? What kind of word is good? It's an adverb phrase because good is an adverb or is an adjective. Good is an adjective. So at soccer is an adverb phrase. Because modifying good. Number 2. What was our phrase in number 2? Ethan. About early space exploration. And what was it modifying? Ethan, go ahead. Huh?
Articles.
Articles, correct. And what kind of phrase is it? Ethan? Yeah. Adjective, correct. Why is it an adjective phrase? How do you know it's an adjective phrase?
Article is adverb.
Articles is a noun. Adjectives only modify nouns. Articles is a noun. Number 3. No.
Fishing.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was our phrase again?
A phrase of throughout the spring.
Throughout the spring. And what is it modifying?
Fishing.
Fishing, correct. Okay. And what kind of phrase is it?
An adverb phrase.
Adverb phrase. Why is it an adverb phrase?
Because it describes where it is and when it is.
Because it describes where and when, and more importantly, what kind of word is fishing?
And the verb.
It's a verb. It's a verb. It's something you do. Fishing is a verb. So throughout the spring is a adverb phrase. Right, Neil? Uh-huh. Number 4, the young cheetah quietly crouched behind the tall grass. What is the phrase in that, Jack? Behind the tall yellow grass. And Jack, what word is it modifying?
Crouch.
Crouch. And so, what kind of phrase is it, Jack? Adverb, correct. Number 5. What is our phrase, Mia?
Of World War II.
Of World War II? Okay. And what is it modifying?
Watch.
Did he watch of World War II?
Video.
Well, anybody want to help?
Informational.
Nope, not informational video.
Informative.
Grant.
Air battle.
Just battles. Just battles. Just battles. It's almost always going to modify only one word. Now we're going to finish this up when you guys get back.
Oh, okay, what is question? Why did you hit me?
Orange, don't hit him.
No. Okay, well, I'm gonna read it and watch. You just want it.
You're right, your head is. Your head, your temple, or your mouth? Your forehead. Your temple.
Your temple's right here on the side of your head. Why? What do you think? What's simple?
I can't say. I mean, it's not bad, but yeah. Well, hey, it's in the library up here. Wait, that's all I got. I don't want to be on.
Alright. How many people need to sharpen a pencil? Okay. Alright, we were looking at number 5. Herbert watched an informative video on the air battles in World War II. And Mia correctly identified that of World War II was our phrase. We did get that it was looking at battles, it was modifying battles. So what kind of phrase is this? What kind of phrase is it? Mia, do you want to try?
Adverb.
It is not an adverb phrase. So it is an adjective phrase. It's an adjective phrase because battles is a noun. They're the things that happen. the battles that happened. If it says that we're battling, or Connor battles Brandon for the title, that would be a verb in that case. But in this case, it's talking about an air battle. It's something that happened. Air battle. Something that happened. Okay? Most jerseys. I don't know. So on to our next section. You're probably going to click like 17 and a half now, so it's got 4 times. Okay. In exercise B, each of the following sentences, you need to underline the phrase. I know it keeps saying prepositional. We'll talk about prepositional phrases later. You need to underline each phrase. There are 10 of them. There are 10 sentences. But before you start, we're going to do an example here. Once you have underlined the phrase, you need to identify the phrase by writing above it adjective or adverb. Okay? You don't have to refer back to what word it modifies. It's not part of the directions, but it will help you understand whether it's an adverb or adjective phrase. So in our example, what is the phrase that we have in our example? Somebody tell me what the phrase is that we have in our example? Kendall? Okay, on the corner and during the severe hailstorm. And what does on the corner, or what kind of phrase is on the corner? Adjective. Why do we know that it's an adjective? How do we know it's an adjective? Lindsay? Okay, what's your question?
No, okay. Question is, I learned in 1610 to 1615, does it always have to have two?
No. Correct. Store is the word it modifies and store is a noun. What about during a severe hailstorm? What was that again? Adverb. And why do we know it's an adverb? How do we know it's an adverb? No.
Because it describes when.
It describes when, and it modifies which word? Damage. And damage is a what? It's a verb. So it modifies damage. Alright. You have 6 through 10 to do. You're looking, or sorry, 6 through 15. You're looking for the phrase. You're going to underline the phrase. That's the first thing you want to do. And then you're going to tell me whether it's an adverb or adjective phrase. Then I finish all the way to 15. Did I finish all? How many of you guys have finished up to 10? Okay. Let's take a look at 6 through 10. Take a look at 6 through 10. Alright, number 6. The day before Memorial Day, Henry visited his grandfather for 2 hours. What's the phrase? Justin. What was it? His grandfather for 2 hours? Nope. Jessica.
Wait, both of them or
Just give me one.
the day? Or no, for 2 hours?
For 2 hours and 1. And what does for 2 hours, what is it, what kind of phrase is it? Adverb. Why is it an adverb phrase? what's it modifying? What word is it modifying? No, it doesn't modify his grandfather. Emily? Visited. It modifies visited. Because it tells you how long he visited. What's the other phrase in this one, Jack? It's actually this whole section. The day before Memorial Day. One of the ways that you can tell is look at the comma that comes here and breaks up this sentence. That comma tells you it's a phrase. If you can look at the part that's before the comma and say, is this a sentence? The day before Memorial Day. Is that a sentence? No. The day before Memorial Day. It's not a sentence. It doesn't have a predicate at all. It has no verb. So it's just a phrase. So this is a phrase, and it's got to modify something. What does it modify? Jack, do you know what it modifies? Visited. So it makes this kind of, what kind of phrase? It's an adverb phrase, correct. What was that? There's two. Yes, there are two adverb phrases. That happens sometimes. Number two. Number two, what is the phrase in number two? I just gave you a really good clue as to finding it. Kendall, what is it? With great skill. What does with great skill modify? Lindsay? Removed. So that means that with great skill is what kind of phrase? What kind of phrase is it, Lindsay? Adverb. Why is it an adverb phrase? Because removed is a verb. Removed is a verb. Did anybody get any other phrases in this one? Manali?
Of the tiny shirt.
Close. Of glass. Because if we said it was several tiny shards of glass, and we removed that from this sentence, the doctor removed. Is that a sentence?
No.
No. So we need to add some of this back in for it to make sense. If we said the doctor removed several tiny shards, does that make sense? Yes. So we can say that. That is a sentence. So of glass is our phrase. And what kind of phrase is of glass? Ethan. Adjective. Why is it adjective? Okay, not a good enough reason. It's part of a reason. Modified.
And charge is a noun.
Yes! Excellently done. Shards is the word being modified and shards is the noun. So this is an adjective phrase. Number three. What is Elizabeth's essay about England during Victorian times earned her an A? This one's a little bit tougher. There's no comma separating it. It's kind of in the middle of the sentence. Maybe-ish. What do I think it is? Somebody who has it right.
I have no idea.
Emma, what do you think it is? During Victorian, keep going. During Victorian times is a phrase. And what does during Victorian times modify? England, correct. So, what type of phrase is during Victorian times? An adjective. We'll save it for a second. Just wait. Are there any other phrases in this sentence?
No.
Lindsay? Nope. Esther? No, Elizabeth's essay is actually the subject. That's what the sentence is about. Manali?
About England.
About England. Let's raise a different color. About England. And what does about England modify? Jessica. Essay. It tells you what kind of essay. Or what it was about. So let's start with this one. About England. It's modifying essay. So what kind of phrase is about England? What kind of phrase is about England? Jack. Adjective. So this is an adjective phrase. Now we get back to Emily. Emily, your phrase that you found is modifying this adjective phrase. So what kind of phrase is this? Adverb. This is an adverb phrase because it's modifying an adjective. Okay? At first look, you think that this is an adjective phrase because it's modifying England. But it's not, because England is part of an adjective phrase. So it's an adjective. Oh, it's going to get worse. Alright, moving on. Yes, question. No. Oh, the lines underneath? You have to underline them. No, the arrows? No, I'm just doing that to help you out understand where everything's going. Okay. Number 9. During the celebration of Mom's birthday, Uncle Jimmy told hilarious jokes for a whole hour. Somebody give me a phrase. Aditi, give me a phrase. Okay, we got the big one right here. During the celebration of Mom's birthday. And what does that modify? Or it is an adjective phrase. This whole thing would be an adjective phrase. And what does it modify? Oh, wait.
It would be an adverb.
It is actually an adverb phrase. So what does it modify? What does it modify? Jack, do you know what it modifies?
But I want to can I see the other thing?
No, I want you to tell me what it modifies.
Oh, it modifies the hilarious joke.
Nope. Connor. Told. It modifies told. Because it tells you when. When did he tell the jokes? During the celebration of Mom's birthday. Now alright, is there another one in here?
Yeah. I want to.
Jack, what's the other one?
Jokes for a full hour.
Close.
What?
For a whole hour. And for a whole hour modifies what? Oh, yeah.
Hilarious joke.
Nope.
What?
Not hilarious jokes.
I don't.
Lauren. No. Jack. It's told. Because once again, it tells you how long. So this tells you when. This tells you how long. Remember how I told you I was going to blow your mind? Here we go. Ready? There's one more phrase in here.
Oh, I was right. 3.
There are 3. Emily, what's the other one? No. Because if you look at this, Uncle Jimmy told a hilarious joke. Is that a sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sentence. So this part is left alone. You don't mess with it. This is your core of your sentence. So what is the other phrase? Manali?
Hilarious.
No! Hilarious isn't a phrase because it's just one word. A phrase is a bunch of words. Jack? Nope. Uncle Jimmy's part of this sentence. Don't mess with this sentence. Leave this alone. Leave this alone. That's it. Don't mess with that. That's your sentence. Skylar.
Mom's birthday.
Of Mom's birthday.
I was close.
Of Mom's birthday. And what does of Mom's birthday modify? Not told. Kendall, say it louder and with confidence.
Celebration.
Celebration. This modifies celebration. For a whole hour is an adverb too. Of Mom's birthday is an adverb. And during the celebration is an adverb. All 3 of these are adverb phrases. Do you know why? The first one that we looked at, during the celebration, which is actually where that one should stop. It should stop at during the celebration. and then we're going to have a second one of Mom's birthday. During the celebration, modifies, as we already identified, told. So during the celebration is when they were told. For a whole hour also modifies told because it tells you how long. And the third thing that we have modifying is of Mom's birthday tells you when or what type of celebration it was. Since the celebration, actually this would be it. The celebration here is now. Put your head just forward a little bit.
I don't know what it is.
Number 10. Helga's cousin from New Orleans waited in the living room. Helga's cousin from New Orleans waited in the living room. I will make it easy on you. There's only 2 in this one. There's only 2. Only 2. Patrick, do you know one of them? I know that. I want to know if he knows it. What is one of the 2 phrases in this?
From New Orleans.
From New Orleans, exactly. From New Orleans?
Yeah, Daddy.
Okay, now from New Orleans, what kind of phrase is it? Adverb or adjective? Well, let's ask this. What word does it modify? Cousin. And what type of word is cousin? Cousin's an adjective. It's a noun, right? So, this is what kind of phrase? Adjective. What's the other phrase in this sentence? What's the other phrase? Yeah.
In the living room?
In the living room, correct. And in the living room is what kind of phrase?
Adverb.
Adverb, correct. And how do you know it's an adverb phrase?
Because it tells where.
It tells where. What word does it modify? Yeah.
Oh, waited.
Waited, correct. So modifies waited and it tells us where. So you can have the sentence, Helga's cousin waited. All by itself is fine. Helga's cousin waited. But we want to know more. We want to know, well, where's Helga's cousin from? She's from New Orleans. And where did she wait? She waited in the living room. I don't know. I don't know. You might be a guy. I don't know. Okay. About 15 minutes. Alright. We're going to take a break here. We're going to stop. Alright? Yeah, we're going to stop. We're going to come back to this on Monday because I want to do the last five to review because how many people are like totally confused? Mind blown. I have no idea what's going on.
I've already said 11, 12, 13, 14.
What?
I'm confused by the last 5.
The last 5? Okay. So these are not easy. They are not easy. They can be very difficult. Especially when you start getting phrases inside of phrases inside of phrases. I all of a sudden start to think I'm inside of a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Great Gatsby. It's like my favorite movie.
The biggest thing that you have to look for when you're looking at these, the biggest thing that you have to look for is you want to find the core of the sentence. What is the sentence about? So just like in that last example that we were looking at, Helga's cousin waited. That's the core of the sentence. Once you find the core of the sentence, then you can sort of start looking at all the rest of the parts and identifying them as phrases or sometimes clauses. But if you can find the core of the sentence, Helga's cousin waited, then you can start piecing together where the rest of it comes from. Okay? Really quickly, I wanted to tell you, there was a project that I wanted to do with you guys yesterday. And I was not able to do it. I forgot. to do it. I didn't necessarily forget. Well, I did forget. But I have a good reason for forgetting.